Hi, welcome to Thunder Lakes. I'm Micah, your friendly neighborhood bow tech, and today we're taking a look at the newest, probably the first 2024 model flagship hunting bow on the market, the Elite Ethos. Elite's really given us a lot to look forward to with this bow. They've been making some pretty big statements, saying that this is the best bow yet. And if you've been an Elite fan for many years and you know the Energy 35, you know that, well, that's a pretty tall order. A few things that they did. This bow is a 33-inch axle to axle. It's a 6 3/4-inch brace height. It still has a set technology for easy tuning. It's really simple to set up and get going. They have a great setup guide, tuning guide as to where to get started and how to get through that process if you're the kind of person who likes to do it on your own. If not, you come in here, you buy one, we'll set it up for you. That's part of what we do. With the price on modern bows, I think that it's something that they should come fully set up correctly so that you have the best possible success that you can right out of the store. The Ethos, they still got their cage design that helps give a stiffer riser, pass parallel limb design, the larger cams, all these play into it. One of the things that we've learned is that if you liked that 35, the E35, remember the shootability of that thing. Remember how well it's set and how easy it was. The string angles on it just seem to be perfect for whoever shot it. This bow is within a degree of that as far as string angles. So you got a 33-inch bow that is now copying the string angles and stuff off of a 35, which is going to give you a lot more forgiveness, a lot more stability in your shot. This bow has an IBO speed of 340. It is just a beautiful color. I saw the color online. I saw it, I didn't like the look of it. They sent me the bow, I got the box, it said Midnight Copper on it. I was very upset. I did not like the fact that this icky brown that I seen online was gonna be my bow that I had to get rid of. But when I opened up the box and checked it out, the more I look at it, the more I like it. This dark Midnight Copper is just a beautiful color. They have a few new colors this year. I think they got 4. I do know that in the hunting bow colors, the matte finishes, they've got 12 colors available. And then in the more target bow, there's another 7. So there's a ton of finishes available. We can get you actually better look at what those colors are through their publications, have a better view of it. They also have a really nice dark gray. I've seen one of those come through here. Just the fit and finish is exactly what you would expect from Elite. I mean, everything is just nice and tight. Everything looks really good. You don't see any real flaws or anything in it. I'm really excited about this bow. Once again, Elite's giving us something that's got a really decent speed at a 340 IBO is a really good number, especially for a hunting bow and something that's gonna give you a lot of flat shooting. So you're gonna have a little more forgiveness on your yardage. Super simple to set up, especially with the set technology. I mean, you set your rest at 13/16. Check and make sure that your cams are parallel to the string, and that you can do that real simply with an arrow. Just put it on there, make sure that it's got a look it straight down, line up with the cam, watch your arrow travel, and these came in perfectly flat, straight, right where they're supposed to be. 13/16 on the rest, and take it back, shoot it through paper, make sure that you're running parallel, arrow going through the burger hole, and pretty much it's good to go. That's one of the beautiful things is they got the set technology. It makes setup and tuning a whole lot quicker. There's a few things that you've got to make sure are in line before you do that, but it's pretty basic. They added a shim package for the bow, so it's easier to shim them and get everything lined up as a part of your early setup. If you were to pick a bow up and the cams weren't at the right angle, before you even mess with the set technology, they tell you how to shim the bow so that you can start at the right spot, which is the key to getting your bow to shoot right, is starting from the right spot and having everything right to begin with, and then making the adjustments. I see this as just a continuation of Elite's, some of the easiest to tune bows on the market. I can't wait to get us out and shoot it. We'll head out to the range, throw a few arrows through it, and see what we think. All right, we're in the range here with the Elite Ethos. I took a couple shots with it just now just to get a feel for it. It felt just a little bit heavy to me, so I put my scale on it, and sure enough, it came in about 73 pounds, which is fairly common to be 2-3 pounds over, you know, advertised draw weight. As your strings stretch and wear in, that generally settles in right where it's supposed to be. First impression is, wow, she is quick. We'll take a few shots with her. Feel of the bow, you know, that's a very important thing to everyone. I like their flat back grip off the riser. I like that direct feedback of the riser in my hand. I like that flatness. I got pretty beefy mitts, so it settles in really nice for me. The weight and balance of this thing is pretty astounding right out of the box. It does come with this little dampener with looks to be about maybe 2 ounces on the end of it. It does have a really good balance and feel. Obviously, you start adding sights and stuff, and it's going to change, and you use your stabilizers to correct for that. But the feel and the balance of it's really nice. The draw cycle's pretty smooth. It felt good. It's a little bit of a hump as you break over and settle into the valley. Right there. But generally just a really smooth, easy draw cycle. The bow settles well even with nothing on it. She is speedy. That 340 number, I don't know what we're doing exactly here, but it does feel like that's probably an accurate number. Doesn't seem to be too inflated. The release on it is nice. There's virtually no shock. You can barely feel it leave your hand through your left hand, and it's really quite quiet. I think it's one of the quietest bows that we've tested as far as bare bow. I'm shooting a fairly light arrow here. I like lighter arrows. And some of you will give me a discussion on that, but that's for another time and another place. The weight of this bow is not bad. A lot of times with a 33-inch bow, you're adding quite a bit of weight. Dry weight on this bow, as you see it here, is 4.5 pounds. That's fairly light. It's heavy enough to know you got something there, but it's not so heavy that it's hard to hold up. Like I said, she's quiet, she's quick, smooth draw cycle. When I checked the draw weight, I was at 73 pounds on the bow. I was holding 7.8 pounds. So the 90% let off, you're right in that ballpark. So there's nothing to hold. I mean, this would be an easy bow in the stand. If you have to hold on a deer for 30 seconds, I don't think it'd be much of an issue at all. I think that we have a winner here. I really like this. It's a really great feeling bow. I like the specs on it. I'd like to step back and take a couple shots at 20 yards so you can get kind of a better idea of what kind of speed it is. Here at 10, everything looks kind of quick. One of the things I would like to bring up is I have not put the limb stops on here yet. It comes with limb stops also. Normally, I'm a huge fan of limb stops. I love that rock solid back wall. They just have their string stops on here, and I'm here to tell you that it feels incredibly solid even on a string stop. I didn't notice any sponginess. Something I'm gonna think about as I take these next couple shots, you know, things in the back of my head. Kind of go through my checklist as I keep shooting. On that back wall, it's pretty solid. There's just a little bit of give. If you're a person that doesn't like that give, like me, I generally don't. I'm usually a little more comfortable with a rock solid back wall. You can always put the limb stops on it, and that'll take care of any of that. But it does have enough that if you're a back tension shooter or something like that, that you'll like it. It'll give you that little bit of flexibility that you want. Yeah, the bow itself, very quiet, very smooth. I really like the draw cycle on this. I'm one that generally likes speed bows, and you know, I'm used to some draw cycles that are a little bit tougher. This draw cycle is very, very smooth. It's one of the smoothest hunting bow draw cycles I've had in a while. I really like it. I think the Ethos is a winner. Even at 20 yards, I mean, flight time is nothing. It's extremely quick. I think later we may do a little bit more in-depth, maybe with this one and maybe one of the other new flagship models. We'll do kind of a comparison in-depth. We'll get out the chrono and get a little bit more into it. But as a first overview, as a first look at it, I'm highly impressed. The Elite Ethos, I really like it. She's very smooth, very consistent. Even without sights, I'm holding, was about 1.5 inches here at 10 yards, so impressive. Makes me look good. I'll put this one in your hands if you want. You can take it home or you can leave it for somebody else to try. Check it out, get your hands on it. We'll let you shoot it. We'll set it up for you and you can tell us what you think.